Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very welcome. And I trust you enjoyed my last video on Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's the way, I like it. It's not bad, it's just alright to say that sort of thing in the right context. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to 1995 in East Sussex, UK. Tom Chaplin, lead vocals, bit of guitar and piano. Richard Hughes on drums. Tim Rice-Ockley, piano, synthesizer, bass guitar, backing vocals. And Jesse Quinn on guitars. Now, interestingly, there was a bit of a band before this one, Lotus Eaters. It was Tim Rice-Ockley actually who was in that band, and Coldplay came calling and said, "Hey, we like your keyboard playing. Can you come and play with us?" And Tim said, "No, I think I'll actually stay with Lotus Eaters because there's just something about the feel of this group that was starting to transform into something else." And so, as we know, Coldplay don't have a keyboard player on stage. It's very clear from their songs that they have keyboards in there, but not on stage. And so Tim decided not to go with Coldplay. What an incredible, thing to be able to decide. But Lotus Eaters would morph into the band Keane, and Keane would establish quite a different sound and quite a different way of doing things. Their first gig was in the Hope and Anchor pub in 1998, and it was from that point onwards that these guys started to get quite a loyal following. They were very prolific with their gigging and touring and live performing, and because of that they were getting quite a big following. There's some singles at the start. We got Call Me What You Like, Closer Now and Wolf at the Door. In 2002 they got a publishing deal with BMG. Now that was not the record deal that these guys are after, and there would be a little bit of toing and froing that would happen before that would actually happen. But to get the publishing deal, because these guys were being acknowledged as really good songwriters. In fact, their opening single, Everybody's Changing, which would come off that iconic first album, really did bring their songwriting to the fore. Simon Williams, who actually was responsible for discovering Coldplay, again had this label Fierce Panda Records, and he thought, I'm going to start just pushing these guys a little bit more. And because of that and some constant touring, a bidding war started to erupt amongst all the record labels for Keane to be signed. They originally would sign to Island Records. Now, the thing that swayed Keane to Island Records, because as I said, the sound is quite distinctive and unique. One of the things distinctiveness of Keane is the fact there's not the reliance on guitars. When we'll get onto the song in a minute that you have to talk about when you talk about Keane, that absolutely categorises how effective their sound absolutely is. And Island Records did said, "Oh, you know what? We actually agree with you. We're not going to actually change it too much. We're going to keep your sound as is." And I think Keane were very happy to have the control over what was quite a risky move to not be a guitar-based band. Well, we need evidence, don't we? So in 2004, Hopes and Fears got released. Now, certainly for Keane, the world changed at this point. Maybe even for music as well, because of the unique sound that Keane's actually got. Hopes and Fears was released in 2004, and this debuted at #1. And so all of a sudden, Keane went from a struggling trying to find a label sort of band to, hey, we've actually sold 5.5 million albums with our first album. And the song that has been categorized as breathtaking. As I said before, Keane is very, very distinctive and unique in many, many ways. Start with Tom's vocals. They are soft, they are powerful, they are tender, and they are urging, they are dynamic, and they are just compelling to listen to. And nothing shows off all the qualities of Tom's voice than the song Somewhere Only We Know. And that is that there is a pleading and a begging and a desire in here that just takes us to another place. And this song had a lot to do with Hopes and Fears becoming the massive hit that it did. Put behind that, Tim Rice Oxley's piano. Now, the thing about his piano playing is there are a lot of effects happening. We've got distortion in there. We've got all sorts of things in there. And this is the key to Keane's style, is Tim's piano playing. And nothing typifies his style more than this song. There's just something about their opening riff, the way it starts. There's a sense of urgency, but also the sense of space about it. Also, although the hope of this song, and you chuck Richard's drums in there, just adds a solid rhythm to the to Keane. Bass players sometimes aren't in this band, and so the drummer needs to do that bit as well, and he does it in such an easy-going way. And so, Somewhere Only We Know. So, couple, where's the place you go that no one else goes to? It might be a physical place. It might be, more importantly, probably an emotional connection place. Now, I think the implications of this is that there is certainly a place where we go that no one else goes, and that's in those intimate moments. It's not just the physical bed that we're sharing. We're sharing body, mind, and soul. Certainly if it's a committed relationship, body, mind, and soul. And the place becomes more than just a place. It becomes a place of escape. Let's face it, the world is a confusing, complicated thing at times, and we need to get away from all the noise that the world currently has. Man, in Australia at the moment, we're in an election. In fact, the election's tomorrow, as recorded today, but tomorrow, and it's just been crazy. How can I make a decision with all the negative talk that's out there? It's just not good. We need to be able to escape that noise. And the best way to do that is in the arms of the person you love. Or it could be the walk you go on, or the thing that you do. This is the things that you do where you escape the world. And Somewhere Only We Know is just a real play, and I think an urge to get to that place. I love being in that place with you. It's been a while since I've been in that place. Can we please get back there? Because I need to escape the world for a while. No, I don't want to run away from the world. No, the world's the world, but I do want to just escape it for a little bit of time. And somewhere, the place that we know, we talk about home being a person. Your person is your home. It's the thing that makes your house a home. And this is certainly I think the desire of this song, and that is, hey, somewhere only we know. Can we please go there? We need each other. We need to connect each other on this deepest and beautifulest of levels. So, Somewhere Only We Know, and the concept of escaping, please don't ignore this. If you're in a relationship, don't ignore it. You've got to escape with each other. And why wouldn't you want to do that? You know, the lights are low. Might be some music playing in the background. You're in the arms of the person you love. No one else, just you and them. Needs to happen regularly, I think, because you start to miss it, because it's a connection such a deep level that that you just can't explain it, but you're in it. So, escaping. Escaping is a beautiful thing to do in the arms of the person you love. As I said, hopes and fears, something about that album title too, 5.5 million albums sold. It was in the top 75 of the UK charts for a consecutive 72 weeks. That is a pretty amazing record for a debut album. We got two versions below. We've got the official clip, and this is very much escaping. And just watch this clip. It is perfect for this song. Absolutely perfect. We've also got an official clip from Live 8, which was all about to bring poverty to light, and Keane have certainly well and truly been part of that as well. In 2005, they had the Hopes and Fears tour, and this followed up with the album Under the INC. And we got the song Is It Any Wonder? We've got a studio version of this one below. Interesting song, this one. It's talking about our place in society and the place of society in the world. I'm wondering where it's absolutely going. And so, Is It Any Wonder is it very much asking a question of society. So we've got a studio version of that one below. 2008, Perfect Symmetry. This album also did very, very well. Number 1 in the UK and number 7 in the US. What Are You Living For? This is a call to self-reflection, and we've got the official clip of this one below. Please note that the iconic sound of Keane is still there. We've still got the keyboards of Tim, the incredible vocals as well, and they just continued to tweak the sound and to make it their own. In 2012, the album Strangeland got released, and we got the song Silenced by the Night. This was first performed on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. We've got that performance below, and we've also got an acoustic version as well, just to strip back Keane a little bit. One of the lines, if I am a river, you are the ocean. And I think it talks about driving in the night here. I think it talks about being in the moment. But I get a bit of a sense from this song that it's not the moment currently, it's in the moment in the past. You're missing the small moments of the person. And I tell you what, if you don't go to the somewhere only we know and escape with that person, this is what's going to happen. The moments are going to go into the past. And so we've got that's a beautiful song, Silenced by the Night. Between 2013 and 2019, I think that because these guys did become very, very popular indeed. They had a bit of a hiatus, but they did come back eventually. So we talk about, the critics have talked these guys as ample, reverberated, melodic, slow to mid-tempo. Guitars are kept to a minimum, as I've always said, and heavily bass distortion piano is a key to Keane's style. They've won 2 Brit Awards, one Ivor Novello Award, which is for songwriting, and 2 Grammy nominations. Between 2004 and 2019, 5 studio albums, 10 EPs, 4 live albums, 32 singles, and 3 video albums, estimated to have sold around 13 million albums. So pretty successful in the scheme of things. So the links to those 7 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from KC and the Sunshine Band, just for something completely different, in the description below. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflection Stream Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time, now I've looked at this guy briefly in this past, but we need to look at him a little bit more. We're going to get on to the iconic Keith Green. This guy was an absolute force of nature. So that's where we're headed next time. So until then, I'll catch you around.